Welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have made their way beneath the city, but will the Stone Guardians bring them a premature end? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted, Army of Stone. Once Rakim reaches approximately the middle of the room, stones crack and metal screeches as the stone statues come to life, surprising none of the players.
How could we have foreseen this?
Each moves with a slow and blocky gait, hefting its weapon and moving forward with a murderous purpose. At the end of the hall, the brass legionnaire lifts a spear with clockwork precision, leveling it toward the circle and emitting a metallic shriek.
That sounds awful.
Gross. Yeah, I'm not about that at all.
Join battle.
Join battle.
And in order to join battle for our listeners and for Ed, we would roll.
Thank you.
You roll wits awareness.
But I do have a little number down here.
Yes.
I think we established. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I got one. That checks out.
So your initiative is that plus 3, so 4.
I got a fat none.
You got none, so you got 0, so you just get the base 3.
Mm-hmm. I'm also here.
And I was here as well.
I got 7.
Oof.
I can't tell if that's a good oof or a bad oof.
We're about to find out.
It's never a good oof.
But for who?
That's 10 initiative.
Yeah,
these are the
good.
fastest statues in the West.
Well, they've been
Jesus Christ!
They've been
Not
sleeping
like
for a long
this!
time. They've been sleeping for a long time.
8 dice, they rolled 7 successes.
Boo! Boo!
We were too busy being smug about our being right. We were like, of course, steps.
Yep.
I lit the pipe just so I could be like, elementary, and then, have my throat ripped out.
And the brass legionnaire gets 8.
Oh,
So,
God.
These are
Piss.
fast dudes.
Well, if we live to our turns, we'll get them.
How many stone soldiers are there?
5?
there were 5
Right.
on each side.
Oh, no!
On each side, so 10 of them.
However,
How did this
now-
happen? We're smarter than this. How did this happen?
I get to teach you something that I did not get to teach you during the one-shot.
The true
and
meaning
that-
of pain.
Well, no, I taught them that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. What did I miss?
So, battle groups. When you fight large numbers of people that are acting in concert and are not necessarily individually the threat, they make up what is a battle group. Against them, you're fighting pretty much like you would normally, except that you do not need to do decisive blows in order to fight them, in order to deal damage. Your withering attacks, instead of reducing their initiative, will instead reduce their overall fighting form until eventually the battle group disperses or breaks apart or what have you.
Awesome. It's like Dynasty Warriors.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. The brass legionnaire is at medium distance from each of you. The stone soldiers are at medium from Lau and Strings, but at short from Rakim, because he was the one who set it off in the lead. Okay? Everybody ready?
No, let's do it.
Okay. Then the stone soldiers go first. They move one closer to each of you.
Piss.
As they are a battle group, they're spread out, and their group itself is converging on your party.
But they're here for me.
They are here for you, and they do begin to strike against you. The soldiers come forward. They begin surrounding you, lashing out with their swords. They're not acting in concert, not in any way. Each one is acting individually intelligent, but they're not trying to encircle you. They're pretty much just walking directly at you.
More like a wave, less like a tactic.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Not that helps. Stop with 10s. I don't want to kill them on the first encounter. What do you do?
There's pillars and stuff in the room, right?
Yes, they were. They were standing against the columns.
It's his signature move.
Signature move!
I'm gonna try and essentially I kind of back up into a pillar, and then as they swing, I just kind of try and twirl myself around the pillar until I'm hands facing forward on the pillar, because that's obviously good. My turn's gonna happen.
Okay.
Set yourself up for success.
Yes, exactly.
Great. So you can have. Sure, I'll give you a 2-dotter.
Yay!
Ooh. He's
So
feeling
what is your
generous because he
dodge?
dropped freaking numbers on you.
What is your dodge? Because that was clearly a dodge action.
Yes, it was. My dodge is 3, and I don't know what to add to that. Dex?
For stunting with the fixed rolls, this gives you. It increases your dodge by 2.
Cool. So then that's
What
just
is your
total of 5.
dodge? Total
So
of 5?
Yeah.
Okay. They come at you, however, they do not manage to strike you.
Guys, these swords are sharp, and these people are made of stone.
Oh yeah,
Noted. Thank you, Rakim.
I imagine they cut very deeply into the pillar.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
Yikes. Ooh, boy.
Okay. Meanwhile, the brass legionnaire begins making his way toward Rakim.
Yes.
Okay, Rakim, you're up.
How sturdy does this pillar?
Yes. The signature move.
Get him, baby.
It is a stone pillar. However, you are in the ruins of a city, so it's definitely got some wear to it. Not least of all because swords just chopped deeply into it.
All right, great. So yeah, I'm gonna I hold the top of it, and I for the first one, because the next turn is when I'm gonna actually try and knock the pillar over. But this turn, I just take my gauntlet and I kind of punch into the stone, just kind of make a shotgun type effect with all of the stone just pelting the
You're trying to scrape stone
legion
off to launch it at the stone legions.
I wouldn't call it scraping. I'm destroying this stone in order to do it. But yeah,
Right.
I
You are
dig it.
punching the stone in order to shotgun out the
Yeah, you got
shrapnel at the other stone. Because stone versus stone beats stone.
Yeah, sure. I'm also just trying to weaken the pillar so I can push it onto the brass kind of.
Good old rock. Nothing beats rock.
All right. You can have a 2-dot.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be a brawl. Yeah,
That'll be a brawl. What they do is as you punch forward, they begin to lift their swords as if to parry. They then see the stone shards flying at them from that, and they attempt to put their hands up and force lightsaber block the stone shards that are coming at them.
These guys are smart.
Stone statue
Son of a-
reaction.
Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Cross counter.
And then what does 2-dot give me again?
2 dice, 1 success.
Nice. All right, then here we go. Let's remove these. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Super. Yeah. So that's 3 10s, a 9, and a 9.
Jesus. Okay. And I assume this was a withering attack.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do a decisive on things I don't need
Yeah.
to do decisive on.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
So what was the total?
9, 10 plus 1 is 11.
Jesus. Okay. So you succeed.
This was never the problem. The problem was decisive blows, where I do 0 damage.
Yep. Yep, that's always where it comes down to.
So that succeeds with a threshold of 7. So add 7 to your damage. What is your damage total?
How does that happen for the folks at home?
So
I'm looking.
damage.
Promise.
It is your strength plus 7
Oh,
because you are a light weapon, which means you get higher accuracy but not as much damage.
which makes sense. So strength plus 7, so that's 12.
Okay.
So I roll 12 dice and do the successes.
12 plus your 6. What was your threshold successes were? I said 7, right? So your total is 19. You overcome their soak by 9, so you get to roll 9 damage dice.
Kablooey.
10s do not explode on damage dice.
6, 7. I critically remember how bad I am at all the things about this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. Ooh, and we're right back. No, that's 4, which is not nearly as bad as I normally do.
Okay.
And I think I moved that one, so yeah, it's 4.
You gain 1 point of initiative because withering attacks do not reduce initiative on a battle group, but you still get your 1 initiative for making a successful attack.
Nice.
Instead, that actually deals damage to them as your shards of rock crack into some of these stone statues. You can see bits beginning to fall off of them.
Nice.
Okay. Strings, you are up.
All right. So I would love to here's the thing. So I have these numbers based on my bow, the 6, 12, 10, 8, 6. 12 I assume is short distance, right? Like short
what-
range?
what are the
Yeah,
numbers?
man.
That's just under withering, sorry.
So it should go close, short, medium, long, extreme. on that.
Yeah, so the 12, is that how many dice I roll?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take a shot at this group of soldiers that I can roll 12 dice at. That sounds great.
I believe your medium is probably larger.
Actually, it's not because I have a composite bow.
Mm.
So it's 6, 12, 10, 8, 6. Yeah. I'm going to take my big shots when I can.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, and it says decisive 7, 8. Remind me and the viewers at home, what's that for? For those of you playing at home, I'm the audience surrogate. I've never done this before, so welcome to my nightmare.
So your accuracy for your short range should be your dex plus your archery plus 4
Okay.
in short range.
Woo! Okay, that's a cool 11.
Okay. So I'm not sure where that other +1 came from, but that maybe at one point you had
Could
a
be.
1 higher or something.
Oh, you know what it was? I added 1 because I assumed I would be mounted all the time, but I'm not. So it is 11.
You're not.
There we go. I am not. So it is 11. I will roll 11 dice.
Okay. Are you going to stunt anything?
Oh, hell yeah. I still have my pipe in my mouth. And I just look at all this happening and was like, all those years investigating everywhere I go. You'd think I'd learn to check the fucking statues. And I just pull an arrow out of the quiver on my back. It's sort of like slung along my hip, so it's kind of double wide. And I pull this composite bow off my back and I just string it. And I'm aiming like right sort of into the middle of this battle group. Where Rakeem has just like shattered them. If there are any that are like recoiling back, if there are any that are off their footing, I'm trying to line up as many as I can with the hopes that I can fire true enough to like go through a couple and make a shish kebab.
Okay.
Nice.
2 dot. So
A
that's
B.
1 automatic success and 2 extra dice.
Okay, I'm gonna need to roll 3 more dice after this because I only have 10. Oh God, come on. So far, I have 2 successes, including the automatic one. Oh my goodness, that was awful. 2 successes.
Okay.
Welcome to the game.
Yep, nope, not the
Fire
way you want to
your-
see it go. Boy, howdy.
Fire your bow, and the arrow rockets forward. As it does, one of them turns to meet you, looking at you. It raises its stone arm, where it has not yet been cracked, into the path of the arrow, which shatters upon impact.
I just look at it and go, that is the opposite of what I hoped would happen. Great, excellent. And I take a puff of my pipe, and I just sit with that.
Okay. You can also choose to move one range band closer or further from any of the enemies.
I'm going to back up further, like into the hallway that we came from. So I'm going
Mhm.
to back away from them, trying to maybe, if they come closer to me, then they will be back in my sweet spot.
Okay. So you're going to move one further from the battle group.
Yes. Which
Perfect.
does that also move me one further from the Legionnaire?
No. It's an
Got it.
abstraction.
All good.
It's
all
all
good.
abstraction. Yep. Okay. Good. Lao. I guess I should be using this actual initiative thing.
Oh boy. Okay, so Rakeem is currently bashing up a pillar while the Stone Legionnaires are closing in on him, right?
Oh, they're here.
Mhm.
They're past closing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, it seems like I don't have many other options. So Lau's gonna pull out his longbow from out of his pack, draw an arrow, and sort of smirk at strings and go, worth a try. And pull the arrow back and loose one in a similar fashion.
Okay. I'll give you a dot for that.
That's very generous of you.
You get 2 dice for that.
Let's see. And I believe I'm rolling 10 on these bad boys. 10. All right. Here we go.
That does not sound like a good sound.
Maybe it's a great sound. No, you're probably right.
It's not the worst. 5 successes.
Hey, better than strings.
I don't know if that's enough, but it's not the worst.
How many? 5?
5 successes.
Okay. The same one that blocked his strike sees the arrow coming toward him, and he attempts to do the same. However, this time it pierces his arm where it had been weakened by the previous arrow.
Yeah.
You succeed with a threshold of 1.
Okay. Hey, I'll take it. Shoot.
So, what is your damage?
I believe it's 12 damage. Does that sound right? Or 12 is how much I roll? Or
You're using a
Am I-
longbow?
yeah, longbow.
That is a medium archery weapon, which gives you a +9 to whatever. So strength +9 plus whatever your threshold was.
Okay, so 13 is what I'm throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, 13 minus their soak, which is 10. So you're throwing 3.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Whoa!
Now the numbers get familiar again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, coming back.
Here we go. Throwing them 3s. 2 successes.
Nice.
2 successes. Okay. You gain 1 point of initiative and do 2 points of damage to them as your arrow pierces not just him, but also striking into the one behind him.
I think you loosened it for me.
I'm gonna kind of just like puff on my pipe, looking increasingly more concerned about this.
Okay. Do you move toward or away from anybody?
He'll just say, "You all right over there, Rakeem?"
Oh, this is good fun. We are rocking and rolling.
Perfect. Starts drawing another arrow. Doesn't move.
Okay. Then the stone soldiers go. They will again approach you guys. This time they manage to close on Lao and begin approaching Strings as well. They strike out, lashing out at those in close range, because here is the other thing about battle groups. When they attack everybody within close range of them,
Whoa!
That makes sense.
because they're an army.
Right, of
It's
course.
like a swarm.
Yeah,
hitting
no,
a
that
single
plays.
target. Yeah.
Multiple forces. Makes sense.
So they begin making their way toward you. The one that has the arrow still embedded in it, making its way to the forefront toward you, Lao, and drawing its sword, attempting to strike you across the chest. Meanwhile, Naman Rakim, they have begun to circle the pillar, hoping to catch you on the other side of it as they drive forward with their blades.
Ultimate square defense only works for so long.
What do you do?
I am going to kind of just laugh at the predicament that I'm in, because what else can you do? And as they move to strike and everything, I'm just going to try and I kind of reach up as high as I can reach and embed my fingers into the stones or into the pillar itself, and kind of like lift my leg up and like lift myself up as they strike, kind of hoping that it'll, 1, throw them off, and 2, where I was, I'm not, and I might be a little too high for those who haven't quite struck yet.
Okay. Yeah, you can have a 2 dot to your dodge.
Just 5. I don't have to roll. I was about to. But there it is.
Cool. And Lao.
Seeing the stone monster closing in on him, he's gonna switch to a sort of defensive stance with his longbow, and already watching a little bit of their actions through the 2 arrow strikes and watching their projected movements and whatnot. He's sort of watching and waiting for the exact time when he can try and use their swiping momentum plus a bit of a pivot and twist and parry with the bow itself to sort of guide them just a little past him so that he can sidestep the strike.
Okay, sure. You can also have a 2. So that adds it adds 2 to your dodge.
Cool.
So
Is there a stat associated with dodge? Is it
Just
like
skill.
or it's just dodge? Oh,
sorry, it's evasion is your actual thing. It's
Huh?
if you look at your sheet,
I believe you. I just didn't know. It's
Make it-
surprising to me.
ditto.
there is an evasion, which should be your dex plus dodge divided by 2.
Oh, so it's the same. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both 5?
Yeah, because I assume you round down.
No, you round up.
Then I have 6.
Ooh.
I have 3.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You have 3 total? Or you mean you have 3 normally?
3 for my evasion.
So total.
okay. That's with the plus 2.
No, I have 5.
Okay, I was like, what?
I was very concerned.
How are you
for a
shooting the
moment there.
bow?
I didn't know there was plus 2. I missed that detail.
Okay, so they rolled a total of 6.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. I rolled 0.
No, you don't have to roll anything.
I
It's
thought-
just a it's a
Oh,
target
it's your
number.
defense score. Oh, it's a defense score. Well, yeah, they definitely beat my ass down.
So what do they beat yours by?
1, because I got a 5.
And Rakim?
They meet mine.
So they get no bonuses, but they do get to their damage.
Nice.
They get a +1 versus Lao. and a 0. You have 4 and 5. The damage that they rolled against that is 17, so that is -4. So they're rolling 13 dice against Lao, and they did not have any threshold successes against you. Yours is 5, so they're rolling 11 against you.
All these numbers are constantly horrifying.
They are super horrifying. They can go real bad real quick.
Yeah, I don't love this.
Good thing I have so many.
Okay, yeah. No, keep
Something to bring up? No?
Not until afterward. It doesn't say when I have to use the skill. That's okay.
Okay. So, the 11 against Rakim, they hit 4. So, reduce your initiative by 4.
Okay. I might do something to keep going with him, then I'll tell you.
Okay. As they begin peppering you with blows.
Makes sense. I've earned this. I deserve.
And Lao. Oh, they hit you 4. So we reduce your initiative by 4. Which I believe puts you into initiative crash.
That brings me to 0.
Yes, it
What?
does.
They gain initiative.
Oh no! What does that mean?
Means they get the
bad
jackpot.
things.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So, your initiative is not just when you act in the round. It is also how susceptible you are to damage. So, because the initiative is meant to represent the back and forth as you are fighting this ongoing battle. If you reach 0, you hit a crash. That crash would normally give your opponent a +5, I think it is, I'll verify that in a bit, to their initiative, which helps them with eventually dealing damage to you. Thankfully, a battle group does not change its initiative, so it doesn't care about that part. However, you will care about that because it means that you do not get as much defense when somebody comes to strike you for a decisive blow.
I catch it, but my hand hurts so bad. I regret catching it.
Great. Let's go then with the Brass Legionnaire. He closes the distance to Rakim. Coming from around the pillar, he drives forward with his spear, attempting to spear you up against this pillar which you have begun to destroy so very much.
I appreciate his help.
What do you do?
I'm going to now kind of drop down and almost kind of like duck behind some of his own forces as the spear kind of like slams into the pillar. And maybe me. We're going to learn.
Okay. Increase your evasion by 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he does not roll well.
Yay.
He gets 3 successes.
Bam. Versus my 6. Means he didn't murder me as well as I'm sure he was absolutely about to.
Okay. So he drives his spear forward. You manage to duck around one of his soldiers, and the spear jams into the pillar. You see flakes of stone beginning to fall off as the pillar is becoming unstable. Rakim.
Now is my time to shine.
Actually, it's Rakim and Strings, both at the same initiative. So you can decide who would like to actually take their turn first.
I think you should go first because you're right in the heat of it, and I can kind of clean up batter whatever's left. Hopefully doing better than I did last time.
Hey, I don't know how badly you did last time. I think you're doing great.
Oh, thanks, champ. That's a lovely lie, but it's important for me to hear it.
I'm gonna. Sorry, it's like so many pages. Because I can't find the page instantaneously. I'm just gonna do a thing. All right. I feel like the pillar should be a decisive strike, though, right? Like, I guess it could just be any kind. Anyway.
It could be any.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, at this point, literally try and plow through the pillar, and then as I go through, I'm going to like use my back to kind of like heft it over and backwards onto the Legion. Because the Legion is I'm actually more worried about. I feel like if I tie the brass guy up, I can deal with him. But my friends are, you know, I gotta protect them. They're little. They shoot bows.
That's true. We are little.
I am squishy. Help me.
Okay. So you can make me a strength athletics roll to attempt to bring the pillar down on the battle group. And you can, yeah,
I mean, there's a lot more of them and pillars, so it's like it
I'm
makes
going to
sense.
give you a dot stunt because your weapon is the environment.
13 successes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That is
Christ.
literally the best roll I've done in that game because I only had 2 failures. So
Fuck 'em up,
statistically,
bud.
Okay. Yeah. You get okay. So you bring down the pillar. They attempt to step out of the way. They do not succeed. As your total was what?
13, 8 plus 5, 13. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. That's a threshold. You succeed with a threshold of 11.
Yay.
And let's say a pillar is probably a heavy weapon. Probably.
I would agree.
Does anybody disagree with that fact?
No.
Not high.
Okay.
Is it limestone?
So it's 11 plus 11 damage because it is a heavy weapon. So that is 22. So minus their soak of 10. That means you're rolling 12 dice for damage. Plus your strength. What is your strength?
Total or
5?
not with Mighty Thew, so 5, yeah.
Yeah, not with Mighty Thew. So that's 5. So that brings you to a total of 17 dice of damage that you are rolling at these guys.
7 total.
Okay, so you bring the pillar
Man
down.
alive, dude.
It smashes a number of the stone statues. It then begins to roll, taking out a number more of them before crashing into another pillar, which falls onto more of the group. As
Wow.
to reduce to very few members left.
The signature move. I mean, yeah, that's just how it goes.
Signature move.
I go that. I actually look at Lau and they go, that went much better than last time.
It sure did. Ooh. Got like a stone sword in my gut.
Yeah, Strings is just looking at this like aftermath of this one single attack, and I'm just like, I have vastly underestimated my company. I'm going to shakily draw a bow from my quiver and be like, I guess I'm gonna shoot a guy real quick. Can I move before attacking?
Yes.
Okay, so could I move closer to the Legionnaire to get it within my short range to try to take a big old shot?
Yeah.
Great.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
I need to remember who you are. There you go.
So then that's going to be so basically I'm gonna see these pillars come down. I'm gonna be fucking inspired by my boy Rakeem. I'm going to like fade sort of behind Lau, who's like close to me, and then I'm gonna come out the other side like a CIA agent and just lower my bow and take the shot.
Nice.
Okay. 2 dots. That's cool.
Yeah,
And you're
baby.
aiming for the Legionnaire, you said, right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna
Okay.
need
So
it.
this is a normal enemy. The way that
Okay.
this works is you can choose to either make a withering or a decisive. Withering is going to reduce their initiative and increase yours, whereas decisive is how you actually deal damage. At this point, you probably want to do a withering because you want to build up your initiative, because that initiative is how you're going to do damage later.
Withering is kind of how I was thinking anyway, and that's already I already rolled, so I can't take it back. But that's what I rolled.
Perfect. So he sees the arrow. He sees you coming around the side of Rakeem, launching out that arrow. He rips his spear from. Actually, he doesn't, because the pillar was ripped away. So he lifts his spear away from where the pillar used to be and attempts to use it to bat the arrow out of the air.
Cool. Well, I feel better about this. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes, including the freebie.
Woof.
Yeah,
Okay.
that went well. 13
You
dice, 10 successes.
You succeed with a threshold of 5.
Boom, baby. And then do I add this damage boost over here? Because it's 9 for me.
So that 9, it should probably be higher than that. Probably.
It
What is your
might be a
strength?
10. It's not my strength. That's the problem. My strength is 1. Yeah, no, my dexterity is super high, but my strength is nothing.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
it's 9 plus your strength, which is 1. That's 10.
Okay, so it's 10.
Plus the
Got
5 threshold that you had, which was 15.
it. Okay.
Minus its soak of 13. So you get to roll
Jeez.
2.
Holy crap. So
Get
the
a
highest
minimum of
highs,
1 just for
the
hitting.
lowest lows.
You got it. You got it. Welcome to the game.
Am I just looking for successes, right?
Yes.
That is
And
one
10s do not
success.
explode.
That is 1 success.
Okay.
Nice.
So
His
you
initiative
reduce its
lowers.
initiative by 1. You steal that initiative, so you increase by 1, plus an
Boom.
additional 1 for getting a successful attack.
So that's up to 6 for me. Nice.
Mm-hmm. And you
Okay.
knocked him down to 7.
Crap. I was so close. I'm just gonna, let loose the thing. My pipe is still smoking in my mouth, and I'm just gonna yell, "I'm helping!" But that's my turn.
All right, Lau, what do you do?
There's still stone legionnaires in front of me. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, but there's very few. There are very few left, but they are still mobile and dangerous.
Now, George, because obviously I'm winded and battered from the most recent hit, is there anything I can do to recoup from that?
Yes. If you steal initiative and bring yourself into a positive initiative, then you get an initiative shift. Well, you don't get an initiative shift because you can't actually shift against them, but you can increase your initiative to a positive value.
So what you're saying though is there's no advantage to me just trying to like catch my breath or regather my wits.
No.
I'm still in combat, so
Yep.
gaining my advantage in the combat is the best thing I can do for myself.
Yep.
Okay. Then reeling back from the bevy of blows, he will grit his teeth and go, "Fine, didn't want to use the bow anyway," and throws it to the side and draws his sword from his hip and jumps in looking for a chip or weakness in like the leg that he can swing through and try and create a off balance stability to the statue for it to tumble over.
Okay. It will see you drop your longbow, grab your own sword. It raises its own in response and attempts to parry your blow.
Okay. Well, good for it. Okay.
Looking for a 4.
7 successes.
7 successes.
Woo,
Nice.
baby.
So you succeed with a threshold of 3. So 3 plus the damage of 7 for your light weapon plus your strength. So that is 10 plus your strength.
Plus my strength word, and I got a 4 for strength.
And their soak is 10. So you roll 4 dice for damage.
Then 4 successes.
Wow,
Perfect.
you succeeded on every die.
9,
Jesus.
9, 9, 10.
Jesus.
Hey, baby!
Okay.
These are the
sword-
kind of numbers we need.
You drive the sword through the soldier's leg. It begins to topple over. It crashes into the next soldier, creating a domino effect that wipes out the remaining members of this battle group. So, this battle group is effectively disbanded. If it
Suck
were a
it.
large... So, the way that these work is they have health levels in magnitude. When you reduce the magnitude to 0, they go down 1 size. When they hit size 0, they disperse. Or in this case, fall apart. They were only size 1, so you only needed to get through its magnitude once.
Okay.
And they fall to dust and stone shards.
But
Anything else?
There's still the Bronze Legionnaire
Correct.
or Brass Legionnaire. Is it brass or bronze?
Brass.
Brass Legionnaire.
Mhm.
And Lau seeing that, and we'll look to Strings and back over to Rakim and go, well, 10 down, 1 more to go, and just double up his grip on his sword and start moving towards him.
It was just shot by an arrow. It will attempt to close the distance with Strings.
So it's disengaging.
Oh, right. No, it is not, because he dove around you. This is not, remember, this is not a battle map. This is you guys being mobile and moving around. This is all abstractions. Your range to it does not affect another person's range to it.
Oh, so disengage is only if you're like, I'm leaving.
Yes, if he tries to leave your close range, then he'll take a disengage
Perfect.
action.
Now I understand.
But he doesn't care about being close to you.
He's assuming I'm following him.
Yeah. And close is also a range band.
Get it.
It's not
It's
adjacent. Yeah. It's all meant to be fluid.
Understand.
It dives around Rakim, attempting to lob its spear toward Strings.
Yeah, I would probably get out of the way thinking
What do
it was
you do?
from-
What do you do, Strings?
Yeah. Oh boy. There's a bunch of like rocks and stuff on the ground, right?
Yes.
Typical coward style. Oh fuck, but it doesn't have eyes. I'm still gonna try it. I think this is like my go-to move that usually works with people, but this is a statue, so maybe it won't. I'm just gonna like kind of see this thing coming at me, and I'm gonna wait until it's a little close, and I'm just gonna kick as much rock and like dust into its face as I'm turning around to try to like get the fuck out of the way. So like hopefully the dust will kick into its face as I dive to the side, and it'll just kind of swing at nothing. But again, it's more of an impulse than an actual like thought through idea.
Yeah. You can have 2 dots for that. because that is-
Okay, thank you. So this is my dodge.
You don't roll anything. It's just your dodge.
Yeah, you don't roll anything. This is just
Oh.
whatever your evasion is plus 2.
But your
Okay.
storytelling
Because
gave
of
you
your
a
2
+2.
I'll take it. So my
What is your
evasion's
evasion?
2 plus 2. Sorry, I don't roll anything, so it's 4.
Nope, it's just 4, and we just see
Yeah,
what
okay.
happens.
I'll take it.
And that's 3 10s, 2 9s, and an 8.
That's a bad number. These
3
are
times
lots
2
of
times
bad
an 8,
numbers.
that's 6.
That is-
9.
9. That is
Okay.
9.
So that beats me
What
by
is-
5?
Yes, beats you by 5. And your
Actually, either way,
soak-
my soak is 4.
Okay. Sorry, it beats your evasion by what?
It beats my evasion by 5.
Okay, great. And your
Yeah,
soak
because
is
my
4?
evasion is 4
Mhm.
because you gave me 2 extra, and then my soak is also 4.
Okay, so that cancels out its threshold successes, I think. Yeah, because you had an evasion of
No,
4.
it
and evasion
hits
of
me
5.
by 1. I have initiative 6.
No, your evasion. What is your evasion?
Sorry, excuse me. Evasion 4, total soak 4, and it got 9 successes. So there's
no.
1.
Soak is against the damage, not against accuracy.
Never mind. Evasion 4.
So 4. So that's +5. Your soak is 4. So the 21 dice minus the 4, it is rolling 17 dice.
17 dice.
Oh no!
Oh, is that all? Is that
Say goodbye
all?
to your boy. Oh, it's been a good time,
This is a
everybody.
withering strike.
Bye.
You're okay. It's withering.
Yeah.
It's withering.
Don't worry, you'll just become a
Just
slow,
have no
a slow dummy
initiative
like me.
anymore. I was
Yeah.
really excited to go next, but I guess that's not happening.
Look at that fistful of dice. This
Oh,
is what's
no.
great about this
This is a
system.
Fistful of dice. Look at that. No successes. Amazing.
Amazing.
You
Yeah.
love to
Statistical
see it.
miracle.
What are the chances?
That is certainly the facial expression of befuddlement.
I think it's a lot. I just have a feeling.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree.
I have a feeling.
I think he's
that
surprised at some of the numbers.
Strings
Man,
is joined to
I
acquire
saw
eternal.
a lot of 3s and 6s. Then I found the
Hey!
0s mixed in with that.
Ooh. But 10s don't explode on damage, right?
That is correct.
That is true.
They do
Look
not.
who's learning!
Yep. 17 with 17 dice, they hit you for 5.
Suck it, nerds! Okay, so I lose 5 initiative.
You lose
Yes.
5. Oh man, you have 6. Wow. You,
I still got 1, baby!
did not successfully crash you. However, that raises his initiative to 5 plus the 1 for just succeeding. So that is 13 initiative for him.
That's bad. Do I take any damage for that, or is that just
No.
withering?
Just withering.
Outstanding. So I think
Okay.
when I try to dodge to the side, he like clips me and I kind of fall over. It doesn't hurt that bad, but like that usually works better, and I wasn't expecting that.
Yep.
I'm not a hero, okay?
You're a different kind of hero.
You gotta
That's all.
believe in
No,
yourself.
I do not use the word hero. I am not a hero. That's not what I came here to do.
Also,
I miss my horse.
Lau, you gained 1 point of initiative for your successful hit, so that brought you out of initiative crash because you were at exactly 0.
Yay!
Yep. Naman Rakim.
Oh, I'm doing it. Seeing him stab my friend is upsetting to me. So I'm going to take my gauntleted hand and I kind of palm his head on one side and I kind of come across try and slam him into my other fist with the other.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a dot for that.
I appreciate it.
So you bring your. It will attempt to bring its spear up in a stabbing motion as you're punching toward it, trying to catch your hand with the tip.
Makes a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. No, it
You're
doesn't.
too close. You're too
7, 8,
close.
9, 10, 11, 12. Makes sense
Spears
that
are
he
not
would
meant
wanna
for that kind of fighting.
Makes sense he would
Well, yeah.
me.
Once you close the gap, you went for a bad time. But he's a brass man.
Not as good. Pillars are apparently my favorite weapon. All right.
We knew that.
Oh wait. Okay, so that's
One day you'll have strength 10 and you'll just carry a pillar around on your back and
That is the dream.
that's the dream. Actually, it was a little bit better than I thought. There were just not a lot of 10s. So that's 1 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that was I have to roll 3 more dice. No, extra dice never do anything for me, so it's all right.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So,
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Or 8
You get
to hit.
4 threshold.
4. Oh, I go past 4.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
you add 4 to your strength plus 7 plus so 4 plus strength plus 7.
5.
And then subtract
9.
13 from that.
7 is
Yeah, that giant
3.
subtraction is always such a kick in the.
well, like because it's 7.
One day you'll be made of stone and
7
you'll
Yeah,
plus
have
but it's like,
massive.
Yeah, yeah.
you know what it is? It's getting your paycheck back and just seeing how much you've been gutted
Right.
by taxes.
Right. Each time, and you're like, man, I'm making
like,
bet. Oh,
I did so much overtime. Oh my god.
Insurance, why?
One day you will fight humans and not stone people or wolfmen.
oh, we
or-
know. We're gonna find that little girl and fight her. We're gonna get our big numbers, damn it.
So that's 13 minus 17, so 4.
13 minus.
17 minus 13.
There you
I'm
go.
minusing
Yeah, 4.
13.
Yes, 4. Roll it.
And that is 4.
Okay.
Holy
Yeah.
So
shit.
you
This
reduce
is my
him by
best damage roll of my life.
You reduce him by 4. You increase yourself by 5. So you're now at 10, and it is at 9.
Damn, that's a chunky boy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Lao.
Oh, it's me, huh?
Actually, Lao and Strings are on the same initiative, so either one of you can go first.
Okay. Okay.
Can we like do some tag team shit?
I was just thinking the
Yes.
same thing.
Yeah, right. Can we do some stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm on the floor after getting just like knocked off my keister by this big guy. I'm just gonna kind of glance across the room to you. My pipe is miraculously still in my mouth.
Well, of
A
course.
smoke ring of surprise like poofs out of it as I look at you, and I kind of like grab my bow and I kind of nod towards the big guy.
Lau gives a nod and chokes up on his grip and starts closing the gap towards him. The statue is focusing on Rakim right now. So with that
would
in
hope.
mind, he will sort of dart around him to his backside.
And I'm gonna route him on the other side so that as Lau hits him, he opens back up to me for me to then fire at what will become his new blind side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you attempting to leave close range?
Am I within close range because he just struck me?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think I have to. If I can just move back
Then you
one.
you will need to make a disengage.
Okay, I
Attempt.
should have. Okay, that's 4 for me.
Mhm.
Do I add anything to that?
It should just be your dex plus athletics, I think.
Okay, so then that is correct because I have nothing in athletics and 4 in dex.
Yeah, baby.
Julio.
Oh, sorry, yours is dex
up.
dodge. Yours is dex dodge.
Dex dodge.
What'd you
Yes.
get for that dodge?
Well, I mean, I already rolled the 4 that I thought I had, and I got 2 10s and an 8. So I'm already sitting at
Whoa!
5. But if we're adding dodge,
it.
it's also 0. So that's what I get. It's still 5. Still 5. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fat 5.
Sometimes it's because of the heels. It's because of those fucking massive sandals I'm wearing. Just not great at dodging.
Hey, you gotta suffer for
As
your
you
style.
begin to back away from him, he lashes out with his spear toward you, attempting to catch you as you disengage. However, you manage to duck out of the way.
Woo!
Nice. Suck it.
So
Time
you
for that
move
alley
one
oop,
range
baby.
band away.
Let's do it, baby.
Meanwhile, Lao has moved one range band closer, correct?
Getting all up on
So-
his
switch
backside.
these. I love it. That's great.
We now get the onslaught penalties because multiple people are attacking it before it makes it back to its turn.
Oh,
It
nice.
reduces its defense once for each time that happens in the
Oh,
round.
yeah.
So Lao, it's going to have -1 defense since you're going first, and for Strings, it's going to have -2.
Okay.
Okay,
Where's that?
so Lao, you come in for the strike. It attempts to continue its its sweeping motion when it attempted to catch Strings, and will bring that up to try to parry your weapon.
Very well. Okay, and I'm rolling. This is Dex plus melee.
Plus the accuracy, which is 4.
Melee plus accuracy, which is 4. And I also get an additional, or it gets a minus because of onslaught.
Yes.
Okay.
It gets a minus.
Okay. Can I get some stunting? You want to get any stunting?
Yep, you can have a 2-dot
I
stun.
feel like a
You can both have the 2-dotter.
okay, I'll take it.
It's fine. It's like Deadlands, man. You gotta cajole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to fight for
You
it.
got to remind me that it's a thing.
Okay, very well. Let's see here. Okay, pretty good so far. And with the 2, all right, I'll take it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Okay.
Hoofda.
Threshold of 6.
All right, so I get that 4. So for my damage, which I believe it's only 10 for the short sword,
It is 7 plus your strength
7
Plus-
plus my strength,
plus the 6 threshold.
which is 7 plus my strength, which is 4, which brings me to 11 plus the 6 threshold, which is 17
Minus the 13.
So down to 4.
So 4.
Great. 2 successes.
Okay. You drive the sword into it, stealing a little bit of its initiative. And then Strings, You can also have the 2-dot stunt.
Yeah, baby. All right. I think
Is
I'm
he
also going to do a
onslaughted
withering
even more?
strike, and now
Yes.
that I'm within its secondary range, I'm going to roll my 13 dice. All right, let's see. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 successes so far, and then I roll 3 more dice. 8 total. That's all I got.
8 total.
Oh, 9. Sorry, from the automatic success from the stunt.
Okay. And it has the reduced 1 again, so now it was at a... So you're again 6.
Great. Okay. So cool.
Shooter!
The medium damage. So it is your strength plus 9 plus 6, which
Right.
comes to...
Strength plus 9 plus 6 is 16.
So you get 3 dice of damage.
Yeah, suck it.
Beautiful.
I will get you yet. Hey, well, 10s don't explode, but that's 2 successes.
Cool. So you steal 2 points of initiative from it as the arrow strikes it in the back.
And I'm back up to 4 where I started.
Mm-hmm.
George, remind me, do we get an additional point for a successful attack?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you're at... You should...
I should be at 4, I believe. Right?
Yes,
'Cause
you
I did
should.
2
We
plus
can do
1,
it again
and then I
next
had
turn,
a 1.
bud.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that, finding some sync.
Yeah, baby. So that brings this thing down to what? 9?
Initiative?
I think it's much
Yeah.
lower than that,
Yeah,
right? I
way
think
lower
you and
than
I-
4. It's at 4. You're all at 4
Oh,
right now.
shit. You're down here with us, man.
Yeah, welcome to
Mhm.
the others.
Welcome to the Devil's Den.
Okay, new round. Naman Rakim.
Finish
Because-
him.
Yeah, because I really don't want him focusing on my friends at all. No, I'm gonna try and send him into the spiral.
Huh?
The
Spiral.
initiative
Crash.
not having whatever that is.
Initiative not happening.
That classic time.
I'm assuming he's turning to face me at this point.
If he sees you, if he senses you coming at him, yes.
Well, I'm still been on him. I haven't left.
Yeah.
I rung his bell and then
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to try and grab him by the not scruff of his neck because he's in half scruff of his neck. But how big actually is the statue? That's an important
That's
question.
a good question.
He is not quite as large as you, but he's close.
And he's made of metal.
Yes.
That's the important part.
So he's
Mhm.
like 8.5 feet tall.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and grab his arm, and then I punch him in the side, and then just take him over my head and slam him into the ground as hard as I can.
Okay. Make me that roll. And you can have a dot stunt for that.
Pick up that brass man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He can be your new weapon if you kill him. You just hang him on your back. He won't drag on the ground. He's 10 feet tall. He's 8 feet tall.
That's 1, 2, 3.
This is a withering, right?
Oh yeah. 5
He's setting it up. He's setting it up.
is good. 6. 7. All right. So 7.
Okay. 7.
Yeah, that's got to be his threshold, right?
7.
Uh-oh, he's good. He's reminiscing about the number.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just surprised that the number has gone down for everybody.
What, the amount of hits and
Yeah.
stuff? The other ones were huge amounts of explosion. I don't actually have statistically those numbers are not statistical.
Okay.
Man, I think
Cool.
I threw 13 dice before. I got 3 successes. I'm
You get
lucky
your
when I get
threshold
5.
of 6.
Yeah, and I only throw 15 overall.
Threshold of 6, so you got 1 on top,
So
What?
it's just
right? Threshold of 6, so he gets.
Threshold of 6 is how much he beat it by.
Oh! Threshold of
Yeah.
6, and he got 7 successes.
No. Yes, because he has the onslaught penalties from being attacked so many times.
Oh,
that makes sense because it's all
Oh,
just coming. It's all
okay.
just coming. So I add 6 to the damage roll, and then he does that against this. Then it's soak time, right?
Soak is 13. So,
So
it's
then
6 plus strength plus 7.
6 plus strength plus 7.
So what is your strength? 5?
Yeah. So it's 11.
11 plus 7,
17 then.
18, right?
18. So that's 5.
Oh, I can't math. All right. So 5. All right. Here we go. And then to the surprise of no one, 2.
Chipping
Okay.
him away.
So you're now at 13. It
So-
drops it down to 2. Okay. Allowing strings. Acting at 4s.
I gotta keep this going.
All right, let's do it. I think we have to. Do we get to act before this guy, or do we have to like contest it at all?
Well, he's now dropped down to 2.
Oh, because he dropped. Ah, yes, I like
An
this. I like this a
ever-shifting
lot.
initiative system.
Let's mump this motherfucker.
That's
I
the
kind
move.
of feeling suddenly better about our position, and I sort of give an after you gesture to Lau.
Lau gives a curt little nod, and then looking at. Let's see. So what did Rakeem? What'd you just do to him? You just slugged him in his side.
Slugged him, and then I threw him over my body and slammed him into the
Yes.
ground. But
He
because I
hits
didn't do
the
a ton of
ground.
damage, he probably caught himself a bit.
He hits the ground. The ground seems to give underneath him as if the stone has become soft and slightly brittle from age. And he actually more sinks into it. You see a crack spreading on the ground.
Okay. Then Lau is just going to move as quickly as he can right up to the side of the brass being and just scan over his armor really quickly to look for any sort of opening or blemish or crack in the armor, and not looking for anything because sword into a brass man, it's not like you can stab him and he'll be like, oh, my brass heart, and he'll die. But more so with vigor and purpose, looking for that crack in the armor and sliding his sword in as far as he can to try and sink and sort of lock him into place.
Okay. 2 daughter.
All right, here we go. Please.
He will attempt to, as you drive forward with that, he's going to attempt to grab your blade and shift it out of the way to drive it into the stone next to him.
No. So 7.
7 with his parry of 1 now. You get 6.
All right. 6.
So 6 plus 7 plus strength, which probably ends up with you rolling for
Small.
It's like the magic number.
6 plus 7 plus strength, 13 plus 4, 17 minus 13. 4. Yeah, it's always 4.
There we
it's
go.
Always 4. I don't know why
That's
I keep
the
doing
one.
this math. I should just be like, I'll take the 4. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
I'm gonna
roll
fight
it.
that.
Welcome to Exalted. Take the 4.
Right. For a whopping 1.
Hey!
Cool.
It's a game of inches,
It's
my
on
friend.
you, man. If you do it, you get a bonus. If you take this from him, you get a bonus 5.
You do.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. As he drives him forward, and this guy tries to maneuver the sword into the ground while he's completely grappling with the statue. I'm gonna aim for I'm going straight for the head. Especially if he's sort of trying to hold himself down, I can kind of get a bead on it.
Mhm.
And I'm desperately trying not to hit Lau. All right,
that?
so
Okay, you can have a dot. So 2 dice.
Not like
I'll
Invincible
take
1.
a dot.
Oh
so-
no.
That's gonna be okay.
Fumble,
Okay, that's the good shit right there. A couple 6s, which breaks my heart.
Yep. Every time.
But that's also going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 more. 7, 8.
Nice.
Another 8. Another batch
Good
of 8.
God. Except now it's defense is 0, so you get 8 threshold successes.
Hey, plus my 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
strength is 1, damage is 9, so 10. Yes, that's 18.
Minus
So
13.
it's 13,
is
so you get
5.
5.
Boom! Look at us
Moving on
go!
Now we're getting big numbers.
Oh, it's still a 1.
It's all you needed.
Still a 1.
Oh, Lord.
That's great. That's what you needed.
Okay. His
Kaplow!
initiative drops to 0.
And I get
As he
plus
enters
2.
initiative crest. You get plus 2 because you just wanted to stay in line with Lau.
I found my combat buddy. It's going
Yeah.
great.
Doesn't he get 5 for breaking the initiative?
Yes, he does. Because you force him into initiative crest, that means you increase your initiative by an additional plus 5.
Woo! 1, 2,
Big
3,
money.
4, 5. Money, baby. That brings me up to, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
11.
6, 11.
Mhm.
This is what it feels like to be on top of the world.
That brings us to him. He has been beaten,
Just stay
battered,
down.
bruised, and he will have no more of it. He attempts to lash out with his spear at the closest person, which would be the one who stood above him, stabbing down.
Yeah, that's
Lau,
about
he
right.
attempts to catch you.
Son of a bitch! Leave
What
my
do you do?
boy alone.
Lau is literally going to try and just dance around his sword, staying on the inner side of the spear. Just
My boy.
like just making sure that if anything makes impact with him, it's the shaft of the spear itself, not the point. He can kind of brace that. He can't be stabbed in full force. That's probably bad for business.
So what is your evasion +1?
Evasion +1 will be
He rolled 4.
it's 4.
Okay, so he hits you with 0 threshold successes. So he only gets his base damage of 16, which minus your 4 is 14.
16 minus 4.
16 minus 4, 12.
All right, just checking. I just want to make sure I wasn't a crazy person.
Trying to be nice, man.
I was trying. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You made the numbers higher.
Did I? I don't know. I don't know, man.
What are numbers?
We'll never be able to know. It's not like
I'll tell you
we
what,
record
these
this.
are not good numbers. From those 12 dice, he rolled 3 successes, so he steals 3 points of initiative from you.
He could take them. He could
That
take
does,
those.
however, not bring
Stop.
him out of the
That's
crash.
Yeah.
Because he's got to recoup the 5 loss, right? Is that the idea?
No,
No,
you
he,
don't
he
have
doesn't
to.
actually get a -5. He just gets a bonus of +5.
Oh,
strengths.
okay. But he's not out of the crash yet?
No,
He
he's
is
not.
now out of the crash.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Oopsie. Sorry, guys.
What?
Okay,
Sorry.
Yeah.
top of the round. Lucky.
Remind me how decisive works again. I mean, tell Ed how decisive works.
Yes, please tell me, the audience surrogate that I am.
A decisive blow. You roll dexterity plus your relevant combat ability plus any modifiers. Accuracy does not count for this, so it's just dexterity plus your whatever weapon you're using.
Mhm.
If you succeed, you then roll your current initiative as a dice pool of damage.
Okay, got it.
If your dice pool is not greater than their hardness, you do not get to do anything.
Got it.
Okay?
And we don't know how hard he is because we haven't tried. to be
Correct.
Decisive yet.
And then when you are
Boy.
eventually successful, you reset your initiative value to 3.
Got it.
That's right. We're
And
going to have to
his.
do this all over again.
How tall is the ceiling?
It is as tall as is dramatically appropriate for what you're about to do.
That's
Well,
the best
here's-
answer I've ever heard from a
Because
DM.
there's two options for you. Is either so what I'm gonna do is I'm
Narrative
literally-
control.
You got it.
I hand it to you.
All right. So then what I
Take
do is
the sandwich.
I look angrily at the statue and I say, "Could have just stood still, you stupid mount of flesh or stupid mount of metal." And I launch myself up into the air. I'm gonna say as hard as I can. So I actually look like I'm gonna connect with the ceiling, and then I flip my body the other way, and then launch myself off the ceiling, and then punch down into it.
The pinball approach.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. Okay. Do we agree that that's a 3-dyer? A 3-dyer?
Yeah, I'd agree. I would agree.
Strings?
You have to.
Oh yeah.
It's important.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's got to be. Yep.
You get
All
2
right.
dice and 2 automatic successes.
Right.
Not that that matters as much since there's no threshold successes on this kind of thing. However, you do additionally gain 2 points of phantom willpower that can bring you above your maximum willpower.
Phantom
This happens once per game per person.
Cool.
Two,
Holy shit, that's neat.
Yeah.
1, 2. No. 3,
Mr. Egg Power somewhere.
1, 2. Because it's not strength, it's dex plus the relevant skill, and then just the 2 from the stun.
Yep.
It's
Perfect.
interesting that it's not strength. That's very interesting.
Well, because it's
Redford.
the hit.
Strength is
So it makes
damage.
sense.
This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
dex. Dex is
Mhm.
the hit.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so we're looking good. So that's 1, 2, 3, no tens though. 4, 5, 6 plus 2 is 8.
8.
Do
You
not
hit.
know what is so good. I do it?
You hit.
Yes.
Now, your initiative is 13.
Yes.
If that is greater than his hardness, you're good and you get to roll your damage. If it is less than his hardness, you get nothing and you reset to 3.
That's
God
fair.
help us.
It's
Yeah.
not fair. It's awful when that
I know
happens.
it's fair,
Yeah.
but I'm like it's more like one of those okay, it's happening.
Right.
Yep. However,
Ain't nothing
it's
gonna
so-
be done about this. Yeah.
Its hardness is not greater than 13.
Hooray!
So you can roll your 13 dice of damage. 10s do not explode, of course.
George, will you tell us what the hardness is after he dies, if he dies?
Yeah, of course. Maybe.
I want to know.
If I
wanna
remember.
know.
Oh, not exploding makes me sad.
Oh, he's got some 10s. That's still good.
I have 3 10s, but like,
Still
you want
good,
them
still
to
good.
do something. All right. And then that's 8, 9, 8, 9, 7. Fighting there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 successes?
Yeah, this is like the polar opposite of what happened to me last time.
Jesus.
He's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty
You
good.
crash down into him. The force of the impact dents the metal of his body. You can, as you pull your hand back, you can see the impression of your fist within him. He then begins to rise. Catches a
Oh,
little footing. Reset
That's
your
fair.
initiative.
He's made of fucking metal, so
damn it.
He's already at 3, so his doesn't matter. But you reset to 3.
I look at strings and they go, "Your turn, tiny hero." Yeah, you're a hero.
I just kind of go like, "Oh, that's me. Yes, great." I just kind of look behind me like, "Yes, tiny hero, it's your turn to." Oh, okay. Am I still within a short distance of this thing? That is where I'd
yes.
like to be. Awesome.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, in the aftermath of my very, very good friend Rakeem's just like essentially wrestling moves, I am going to draw another arrow. I'm gonna, if I can, just for coolness, I'm gonna like draw an arrow from
Hang on, I'm
the.
going to
always
stop you
do for
right here.
coolness.
I'm going to stop you right here. One of the primary rules of this game is that the rule of cool is like rule 0. If it's
Always
cool,
about that.
you can do it.
Best.
They expressly say, don't make them make 15 rolls to let them do something cool. If they want to do it and it's cool, do it. So
What a good game.
again, here it is.
Yeah, I dashed over to one of the downed soldiers out of like the first group. And I'm just gonna pull my arrow from his neck, like spin into my fingers, and just take the shot. I'm trying to have as little artifice about this as possible because I'm like, all right, I can feel us getting tired. This fight needs to end. And as I'm saying that, back to Ed for a second. Does it make more sense for me to go for another withering shot, or should I start making decisive shots? Because my
What's your
decisive shots
initiative at?
are much worse. My initiative is at 11.
That's
10
that's
plus
only
is
at
definitely
13.
decisive.
That's a
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
that's a big pool. I
Cool.
mean, the question is how much initiative do you have in conjunction that hopefully you can beat through? This
I
might be
think
the
I'll be
time.
fine. I think I'll be
Might be
fine.
the
Yeah,
time.
I think this is the time. So I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
So if I'm making a decisive shot, I have 7/8. I assume 8 is mounted, so it's usually 7 for me. Okay, so I will roll
So
7
it is,
dice.
it is your dex plus your archery plus the 2 dice that you're going to get and your 1 automatic success for your 2 dot stunt.
Hey, great. So that's gonna bring me up to 9 plus 1 automatic success. Okay, not as much as you want to see. Including my automatic success, that's a 4.
Okay, that's enough to bypass its parry as it attempts to swing itself to its feet, and as it does, it catches your arrow, which blindsides it. All right,
Amazing.
Let's see that damage.
11 damage.
Yep, 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Come
come
on,
on.
baby.
I don't want him to hit me. I so
on,
badly need to
baby.
not be killed by
No
this.
Rob, no Rob, no Rob.
10s don't explode, correct?
Tens don't
Do not
explode.
Okay, 3, 5. That's 5, and I get to roll 1 more die. 5.
5. Okay, the arrow catches it in the side of the neck. It knocks it to the side. It crashes to the ground into where the ground had split from where it was earlier, thrashed to the ground. The crack begins to split more. The room begins to rumble, and the thing does not move.
Good. I'm just gonna walk up, pipe still in my mouth, and like pull the arrow from its neck and go, piece of piss. And I am shaking all over as I put the arrow back in my quiver.
I say, that's not to you, this is room. And I actually pick up I pick up its spear because it's a cool souvenir. And I say, let's leave. And begin to
Go,
very
yep,
quickly
yep,
leave the room.
So
wisely
you go to pick
spoken,
up its
Rakeem.
spear, and it is attached to its hand. It's like it's a statue with it carved.
Oh
into it.
man. I break off the tip.
You break off the tip.
I just
Okay,
want a
give me a-
souvenir.
Give me a strength athletics check.
You got it.
While that's happening, Lau yanks his sword out of the out of the brass man.
Yeah,
Slots
I
that
think
away,
I recover my
scoops up
one
his bow.
arrow, but I'm just like, we need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I get back.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, sure. You break off the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
Add that bronze spear tip to your old inventory.
Actually, I
Okay.
give it to Strings.
I look
Good
down at it
job.
and I go, thank you. And I kind of just look at it and I'm like, I bet I could do something with my hair with this. Thank
Add
you, my
nice
friend.
add extension to pipe. A lot of options.
Ooh, I had not even considered it. I like throw it in the bag and I like slap you on the arm and I'm like, yes, good, excellent.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back next week for the next part of our adventure. Meanwhile, if you're ready for a live experience, follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/RPGBlender, where we've just begun a new live Paranoia game. And if you missed our past live episodes or are interested in some RPG tutorials, find us on YouTube at The RPG Blender. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. We also have a tip jar and merch store if you'd like to contribute to improving this show. Links in the description. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
So, George, what distances are all of us as this begins?
I'm about to put them in there.
I forgot about that anxiety-inducing element to all this. Thank you very much.
What, the bullseye isn't making you feel good?
Yeah, not so much the bullseye itself, but the fact that I am the center of it. That's what really, really gets me.